Sean Diddy Combs is on trial in NYC. Daily updates from inside the courtroom.
May 22nd. The day began with more testimony by Kaplan, who claimed that he rode on a plane with Diddy and Cassie and witnessed the rapper get violent with his then-girlfriend in the latter half of 2015. "Isn't anybody seeing this?" Cassie allegedly screamed. According to Kaplan, no one responded to her. Kaplan detailed a second alleged 2015 incident where Diddy called him on his home intercom to come to the bedroom, where Cassie was crying on the bed with her face bruised. Diddy allegedly asked Kaplan to pick up anti-swelling medication. He went on to claim he quit working for Diddy after he saw him throw apples, either real or decorative, at a woman named Gina. The second witness of the day, Kid Cudi, testified about an alleged break-in at his house, which he claimed occurred after Diddy found out Cassie and Cudi started a relationship. He also addressed Cassie's previous allegation that Diddy blew up Cudi's car in January 2012, alleging that he believed Diddy was lying when he said he didn't know about the incident. Cudi was followed by Mila Morales, Cassie's longtime friend and makeup artist, who claimed Diddy always made sure Cassie's look was perfect. In 2010, Morales alleged she saw Diddy storm into a hotel suite looking for Cassie, who was in the bedroom. After Diddy left the bedroom, Cassie allegedly had a swollen lip and black eye. Morales said Cassie stayed at her house for a few days after that. "I feared for my life," she claimed. The prosecution's fourth witness is Frédéric Zemmour, the general manager of L'Hermitage Hotel in Beverly Hills, and testified that Diddy was flagged for making a mess of rooms he rented. "Always spills candle wax on everything and uses excessive amounts of oil. Likes the room hot. Please set the thermostat to 75 degrees. The day ended with testimony from DHS Special Agent Joshua Croft, who spoke about his expertise in extracting files from electronic devices. He said he extracted data from multiple devices for this case, including 3 laptops.
May 27th. Diddy's former assistant, Capricorn Clark, who worked for him from 2004 to 2012, testified for the entire day, sharing her version of the story Kid Cudi told about an alleged break-in at his home in December 2011. Clark alleged that Diddy kidnapped her and forced her to come with him to Cudi's house, where she stayed in the car, but called Cassie and Cudi to tell them what was happening. Clark further claimed that Diddy was often violent with his employees, alleging that he threw phones at security staff and a barber when he was upset. She also alleged that he once shoved her in 2006 while she was staying with him in Miami Beach. Clark went on to allege that Diddy once threatened to kill her when he found out she'd previously worked for his rival, Knight. Later, when he believed she'd stolen from Jacob Arabo, a.k.a. Jacob the Jeweler, she was allegedly forced to undergo 5 days of lie detector tests. May 28th. The day began with testimony from a Los Angeles police officer, Christopher Ignacio, who responded to the report of an alleged break-in at Cudi's home in 2011. He claimed he saw a black Escalade drive away from the house. When the LAPD ran the plates on the vehicle, the department determined it was registered with Bad Boy. Los Angeles firefighter Lance Jimenez later testified about responding to the report of Cudi's car explosion in early 2012. According to Jimenez, the homemade explosive device used to set fire to the Porsche might have caused more damage if it had been made using the cloth that wasn't as flimsy as the designer-type handkerchief used. Jimenez's testimony inspired the defense to ask for a mistrial because he claimed some evidence from the bombing was destroyed, which he said was unusual. The defense claimed Jimenez was insinuating that Diddy ordered the evidence be destroyed and said that would be too prejudicial even if that portion of the testimony was struck, but the judge denied the mistrial request. The day ended with testimony from Deontay Nash, who worked as a stylist for Cassie and Diddy, and claimed he saw the mogul call Cassie a bitch quite a bit. Nash further alleged that Diddy would threaten to beat her ass and not release Cassie's music. On one instance, Nash claimed, Diddy grabbed him by the jacket and lifted him up because of a disagreement about how Cassie was wearing her hair at a party.
May 29th. Nash's testimony continued with cross-examination where the defense presented texts between the stylist and Diddy. In one from 2019, Nash wrote, "I love you, brother. If you need anything, I got you." The next witness of the day was a woman using the pseudonym Mia, who was referred to as Victim 4 in the indictment. Mia claimed that Diddy was violent with her multiple times while she worked for him as a personal assistant. "He's thrown things at me, thrown me against a wall, thrown me in a pool, threw an ice bucket on my head," she alleged. Mia also testified about Diddy's alleged violence toward Cassie, telling the court that she once saw him crack her head open. She further alleged that Diddy once made her take ketamine against her will, saying, "I didn't feel like I had a choice." Later in the day, Mia claimed that Diddy sexually assaulted her multiple times while she worked for him. Discussing why she didn't report the alleged assaults, she said she was afraid of being punished. She said she decided to testify now because she felt a moral obligation to make sure this doesn't happen again. "It's the worst and most shameful thing that's ever happened to me," she told the prosecution. May 30th. The defense cross-examined Mia and tried to push back on the idea that her relationship with Diddy was entirely bad, showing the jury text messages and social media posts where she was supportive of her former boss. When asked about the discrepancy between her testimony and those messages, Mia said, "The highs were high, the lows were low." In one text message, she said she was going to kill herself when her time working for Diddy was coming to an end. "This was the only world I knew," Mia told the court, explaining the text. As for how she could be both supportive of Diddy and afraid of him at once, Mia said, "As low as he would make me, he would do the opposite as well. It's called psychological abuse." Don't miss our coverage next week. Subscribe now for breaking news and analysis. June 2. The cross-examination of the witness known as Mia continued for nearly the entire day, with defense attorney Brian Steele questioning her about why she never recorded any footage of Diddy allegedly harassing her, despite filming so much for social media. That would have been a huge breach of trust, loyalty, and confidentiality, she explained, adding that she didn't have time to write down her claims about working with the rapper. After Steele asked whether she was lying about what happened with Diddy, Mia replied, "I have never lied in this courtroom, and I will never lie in this courtroom. Everything I have said is true." When further pressed about why she waited so long to speak out about Diddy's alleged abuse, Mia said it was because "I was terrified and I was brainwashed." She said she finally felt more comfortable discussing what allegedly happened after Cassie's lawsuit, explaining, "It's been a long process and I'm still untangling things." The prosecution went on to accuse Steele of harassing Mia, claiming he repeatedly yelled at her while she was on the stand. Judge Subramanian did not agree with the yelling characterization, but said sometimes Steele's tone was on the line. During redirect questioning, prosecutor Maureen Comey again asked Mia why she never reported Diddy's alleged sexual assaults. "Human Resources only punished me unjustly. They wouldn't have believed me, and I would have been fired immediately," she told the court. "I'd be wiped out, abused, fired, and somehow looking like a crazy person that looks like I'm making everything up." The day ended with the brief introduction of Sylvia Oken, a Beverly Hills hotel employee who was asked to explain certain room charges to the jury. During one 2014 stay, Diddy was charged an extra $300 for cleaning drapes soiled beyond what is normal.
The following year, he was charged $500 for oil damage that was beyond the scope of traditional cleaning.